Can you please introduce yourself and tell us how long you've lived in Putnam?
Yes, I'm Geraldine Tetrault, and I've lived in Putnam for 89 years.
Super. How old were you in August of 1955?
20.
Can you describe the day the flood hit? What was the weather like, and what were the people doing?
It was early in the morning when we got the warning at about 7 o'clock, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, because my husband was in the National Guard. So the National Guard called to alert him, but he also worked for the phone company. And turns the telephone company had priority. So he had to report to the telephone company.
Oh.
Can I give you a little aside?
By all means.
Well, actually, he had only been working for the phone company since April, and they made $45 a week. And by him going to work, well, he had no choice, but by going with the telephone company, he got overtime.
Oh.
It's just a little aside, but it's the truth. So he reported to the telephone company that day.
That's funny. When did you first realize something serious was happening?
It took a while because I had 2 little kids, and I went down shopping and bought milk and things so we'd have milk. Not the smartest thing I've ever done. Ended up in a galvanized tub. So it wasn't until noontime or mid-afternoon when I really knew or thought something was happening.
Okay. What did you see when the water started rising? What do you remember?
I had no vision. We had no television. I mean, we had television, but all you had was radio coverage, and we lived on South Main Street. At the end of South Main Street, did not see the water rise.
So nothing happened to your neighborhood? Or
No, our neighborhood was fine.
how long, do you remember how long you were out of power and water? Because Putnam was out.
Our side of the river was not out very long. And
Okay.
I wonder, well, water may be longer, but we lived very close to John Dempsey on South Main Street, and he was mayor and in charge of all things good. So I wondered if that was why we didn't, why we had our power restored. Not sure, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
My in-laws came to live with us. They lived on Lee Street, and they got floated out, so they lived with us for a couple of weeks. And I don't remember being out terribly long.
Okay. Okay, so did anyone you know need to be rescued?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a friend and her mother. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. A friend and her mother who lived in the Water Street area, and right at the end of Lee Street, right by the garage, they had to be rescued by helicopter.
Okay. How did you and your loved ones stay safe? You just stayed home, or?
Well, my husband was out working all the time, especially once the magnesium barrels got full. So he was mostly out for days.
Could you see the magnesium from your house?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
What do you remember about how the town came together afterwards?
Well, it didn't seem to take as long as it probably did. It seemed like things went along fairly smoothly. There were people in charge that really did a good job. My in-laws, in fact, lived on the 2nd floor on Lee Street, but once the muck and things got cleaned up, they were able to go to, before things were condemned. I thought there was no blame. There was no cries of not taking care of us or not doing a good job. It just seemed like it just happened. All good things happened after.
Oh, that's super. Were there people or groups who really stood out helping others that you can remember?
Our civil defense, which we don't even have anymore, was very active. I remember certain people.
Hello, hey, how are you, Bill?
And the
Good.
civil defense
Good to see you,
was
man.
active. and the National Guard, they were all in front of the telephone building, which was kind of a gathering point right in front of the post office, you know, so that was, and of course John Dempsey, loved him.
I was gonna say, what do you remember about John Dempsey?
Well, you don't get me talking, because he graduated from high school with my mother. My mother went through school with him. He was part of her friends group. I have a picture of him standing right out,
Oh, wow.
right outside here. And he was extremely nice. He was very nice to me. Well, because he was a nice guy. It wasn't just me.
Yeah.
He really, really did a great job. I can't say enough.
That's super. How did the flood change Putnam in your eyes? What did you see as changes?
Just in the visions. I mean, I don't think it changed the people, but it changed our forever being. It changed what was downtown. It changed what we did. It changed all the old homes. My husband had been born on the corner of Bridge Street. Well, it is now the corner of Bridge Street and Kennedy Drive, and there were houses right along the river, 3-decker houses, and that's where he was born. He survived the house went down in the hurricane of '38.
Oh my goodness, okay.
So I don't remember much about the schools at that time. Well, my brother was in high school. That's another story. My brother was in high school. My father worked construction, and they worked in Hartford, and they used to take the car or the work bus or the van, and they would come into what is now the shopping center. It was on the other side of the road, not the shopping center. Parking lot was on the other side.
Oh, wow.
So they
okay.
couldn't get home to the Grove Street area without crawling across the railroad trellis down there. At the end of Park Street, on their hands and knees. My brother was 16.
They crawled across?
They crawled across not long after the bridge went down.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking of, the one that went down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, okay. What do you think people today don't realize about what you went through?
I don't know. It was a group coming together. I lost not friends, but, well, I lost a lot of people. Not lost, but their homes were lost. And yes, I guess I'm rambling more than answering. But
You're giving us memories that are important, that other people don't have. So please share anything.
it was an interesting time, and before my children don't remember, but Putnam was not a bad place then, even with Rennick's Field and all the old buildings down in that area. That's what we knew, and after, it all became improved. Not sure that everybody was ready for the redevelopment as it changed places and lost homes. I don't think, I'm sure there was some dissension, but really.
If you could pass along one lesson from that time, what would it be?
Help your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Very relevant in these times.
Yes, ma'am.
Help your neighbors.
Yes, ma'am. Is there a memory from that time, good or bad, that still sticks with you today?
Well, this is an interesting memory, but and it's good. My cousin worked for WJAR, Channel 10 in Providence, and he flew over in a helicopter taking pictures all the time. Well, I mean, throughout the whole thing. And some of those pictures ended up with my mom. And I'm sure many of those pictures are in the Astronaut Society today because she donated them. You know, my mother was a member of the Astronaut Society.
Yes.
And she passed those pictures that George Donovan took.
Oh, that's super.
Yeah, he passed away last year, but he was just a nice guy. And I mean, think about in the 50s being able to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did.
And
So-
being able to keep that memory.
Yes, right. That was a good memory.
And anything else you'd like to share that you think people should know?
No, maybe just you could keep the memory alive of how it was, like your bus tour or something that as you can explain to people, this is how it was, this is where this road went, and this is where this was. This is no more, will never be. I mean, I guess just keeping things alive and the spirit that everybody shared.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Great memories. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I don't talk very well, but I talk a lot.
No, you talked wonderfully. Thank you.
Okay.